Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Martin, Bolivar Auto Spa, and as you can tell by the title, we're going to be reviewing a new cordless polisher from SPTA. Now, again, if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel, and I very much appreciate it. So here's the box right here. This is a forced rotation polisher, similar to the Flex 3401 for those that are familiar. Flex has another model as well. Then Rupe's has the Millie, however you want to say it. All forced rotation polishers. So this is SPTA's first forced rotation that I've seen here in the US. Now I've got the old, well not the old, this is the version 2.0 15 millimeter dual action polisher. This thing has been great. It came with 2 batteries and a bunch of other stuff. The batteries they're 4 amp hour batteries. This one needs a little bit of a charge, but they've been good, and I've just got this here just to show some of the improvements and some of the things they've made. So first thing is, this is what all their boxes look like now. And I've done a full SPTA brand review. SPTA has literally everything as far as when it comes to equipment and tools. They've got everything. They don't do chemicals, but they do equipment and tools. I believe they are a China-based tool manufacturer, but they seem to really have put emphasis, at least in the US, on detailing tools. So they've got brushes, microfibers, pads, compound, you name it, they've got it. And I'll link that video below where it's got all the SPTA stuff if you want to check that out. So a couple things we're going to cover. We're going to unbox it. I'm going to show you what it looks like and all the stuff that it comes with. I'm going to replace the grease in it first, and then we're going to do a demonstration. So feel free to skip around in the video to the part that you're most interested in. It's fine. I know some people, I like to ramble on because I like to get technical. So if you want to listen to me get technical about things, keep watching. If you want to just skip ahead to the other parts, by all means, feel free. So let's go ahead and get it out of the box, and we'll take a look and see what it looks like. I did open it already just to make sure everything's okay, which it is. So here's the polisher. I am going to say I do like their old boxes better than their new boxes. I like this whole little thing than compared to this. But here's the polisher. So it's a forced rotation. Cannot turn that by hand. Well, you can, but it's gear driven. You got to push hard. Okay, comes with 2 batteries. I did fully charge these batteries. Now they've included some other things. So if you remember my unboxing of this one, it came with like this cheap wool wash pad, these really crappy blue microfiber towels. They've changed that, so now we've got a cheap orange wash pad, but it's microfiber. You probably use this to clean your interior. And some OK microfiber pads. These are tightly woven. These look like they'd be good on like glass and stuff, but that's what it comes with. And let me get this box out of the way, because there's more stuff. They ship it gets double boxed. So inside the first box there's going to be a bunch of crap included with your polisher. So they give you all this extra stuff. It's a great deal. Oh yeah, let me make sure. Instruction manual, and here are the Allen keys to take it apart, and some extra screws. Okay, get that out of the way. We'll get this out of the way as well. I've already done an unboxing of this, and I'll link it below. Alright, so we've got this apron. If you want to use it, I'm probably not going to use it. I'm not even going to open that up. It's just a generic apron. And they give you a pretty nice canvas bag. I don't know what I did with my other one that came with this one, but it's got a nice, solid bottom. It's a nice tool bag. You can carry your polisher around it. It's not like super awesome, but it's not the crappiest thing ever. Like the bottom's nice and firm, so it won't deform. It's got a zipper on it. It's got a carrying strap that it comes with. We got some pockets on the inside, so if you want to store this in a bag, you can. And set that down back there. So this one, they give you 2 sets of 5-inch pads. Now this came with a set of 5-inch and a set of 6-inch, but because you can't change the backing plate out on this polisher, it's only a 5-inch backing plate. They just give you 2 sets of 5-inch pads. And these pads, guys, they're not terrible pads. They're pretty decent. So if you are looking, you know, to get everything in one package, I mean, the polisher comes with pads already. It's got a cutting pad, a polishing pad, and a waxing pad. So that's pretty nice. They give you a pad brush to clean your pad off. You got 2 different types of handles. If you want a side handle or a D handle, I personally don't use either. And they also give you a little bit of compound and polish. And they have changed the way the bottle looks here as well. Heavy cut, final finish. I personally have not used it. I'm not saying it's bad, but it says upgraded formula as well, so it looks like they made some improvements. I'm not saying it's bad. I just, personally, I've got a whole cabinet full of compounds, but again, they give you what you need if you want to do a correction on a vehicle. You should be able to do a few vehicles with this. Then they give you 2 wool cutting pads as well to go with it. All right, and then what I want to show you. So here's the new charger from this. Here's the old one. They both have the same model number. It looks like GX5966. Same model number on both of them. They look similar, right? But you can see the LED on this one is much brighter than this one. And then the way the batteries mount. On this one, the battery mounts forward. On this one, you got to pull the battery from the back, so you can't check the charge state of the battery, even though the light indicates that. But that's something interesting about the chargers. And this might be the charger moving forward even for the 15mm polisher. And then the batteries as well. So let me grab one of the batteries from the old one. So the batteries are interchangeable. They fit just fine. But you can see this one uses red indicator lights, and they're not that bright. This one uses green, and they are very bright. And also the sticker that's on there, much higher quality sticker. It's not going to peel off. Like this one, if it peels off, stuff can get inside the battery. It's not the best quality, so they've upped the quality on that. The battery does just feel more stout. It feels a little bit heavier. That could just be me though. And then also I've noticed like the old batteries. Actually no, okay, it's just the polisher. The batteries fit very snugly on this compared to this. But if you can see that, it's got like these little shim type things, I guess, down here where this doesn't. And again, they might have updated that since then. I've had this for over a year. SPTA has made some changes to their lineup and their packaging since then, so they might have enhanced it more. You know, I don't know, but that's that. So comparison-wise, again, these are 2 different polishers. This is a dual action. This is the force rotation, but you can see the design is very similar. Placement of the buttons is all the same. Again, higher quality sticker than they used to have. And it's got these vents in the bottom, vents on the sides. So not bad. That's going to be it for comparisons. So we're going to stick with this new one. That all. And the batteries are interchangeable, so now I got 4 batteries. And from what I understand, Makita batteries connect the same way. So if you have Makita tools, you can put Makita batteries on these and they'll work just fine. But yeah, let me get all this crap out of the way now because we're going to change the grease. And we're going to change the grease because it's going to improve the performance and smoothness of the machine. Not the cutting performance, but it's going to make the machine run smoother, run quieter. So let me just give you an idea of the sound before I change the grease. Speed 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's what it sounds like before we change the grease. Let me take the battery out. And let me readjust this camera so you guys can get up close with me as we disassemble this. Alright, so what you need to change the grease on this, flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, and an Allen key. I don't know the Allen key size, but you should have an Allen key assortment. If you don't, they're really cheap. So first thing you do is take these screws off the side because you want to take this platypus grip off. These are just plastic screws, so be careful with them. You don't want to strip them. They will strip easily if you try to force them. That comes right off. Then Allen key goes right in here. There we go, loosen it up. Get out of there. And you should be able to pull the backing plate right off. Okay, there's the backing plates off. Now, this has been lubricated, so keep that in mind. The gears are plastic, but the gear has some lubrication on it. Then there's this felt ring, which from what I understand you should lubricate as well. I'm probably going to just use some WD-40 white lithium on there. You don't need a lot on this part, but that's just to keep it lubricated because it does make contact. Next, you're going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to take out these 4 screws in here. And you can rotate this by hand if you need to get that out of the way, but there's 4 screws in here. Use a Phillips head screwdriver and get it off. So let me grab a towel because my hands are getting all messy. Let me actually just put some gloves on, that way I can keep my hands clean. Okay, so taking these screws out, pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward that part. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to use a screwdriver if you bought a tool like this. Alright, so change of plans. I got these screws out, but this counterweight has like these right angle hex head bolts in there, and I don't have a tool to get those out, so I'm not going to be able to get this off. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the screws back in. Doesn't look like I'm changing the grease out on this one, and we'll get to the demonstration. Sorry about that. Now that we know we can't change the grease out easily, and I'm just not going to, we're going to go ahead and just get demonstrating on the paint correction. So what I'm going to use here is DIY Detail foamed wool cutting pad. It's the Lake Country foamed wool that they use with their interface. So we're going to go ahead and set that on there. Now keep in mind, this is my first time using a forced rotation machine, so try not to make fun of me too much. I got some experience with rotary, I got a lot of experience with dual action, but this is the first forced rotation. So this is an SPTA 1200 GSM microfiber towel, and you can tell by their tags that are hard to take off, SPTA. This is a really, really thick, dense plush towel, and these are actually, they come in 3-packs, they're relatively inexpensive for what they are. But that's what we're going to use to wipe off the compound, yada, yada, yada. So let's get over to the test panel and take a look. Alright, so this is the test panel. As you can see here, I put some 3000 grit sanding marks into it. You can see right there, and the reflection of that light. So we're going to use this machine to take those out. I have no doubt this should take them out. Forced rotations kind of give you the best of both worlds of a rotary and the dual action. Great for one-steps and such. So let's, excuse me, what we're going to do here. So I got the pad dampened as per what DIY Detail recommends. So I'm going to go ahead and give it 2 sprays. Probably need to spray this while it's spinning because it doesn't free spin. So spin it on speed 1, obviously. So anyways, we get the stuff mixed through enough, as good as it's going to get. So let's go ahead and set out my working area and let's get this done. Now with a forced rotation, you can work on higher speeds than you normally would, so about speed 4 to 5-ish, and we'll get these swirls out.
Alright, so let's see if that took it out. And I wanted to show you guys because, like I said, this is forced rotation. Hold on. This does still rotate pretty fast, a lot faster than you would see on a dual action. So I put this little mark here on the pad just to see how fast it rotates. So this is on speed 1. Like my eye can't even keep track of it. So it rotates pretty quickly, as you can see. So it's rotating and oscillating at the same time. So it's giving you the best both DA and force rotate, or DA and rotary. Now, as you saw, it did kind of pull me around a little bit on the panel. Not bad, but that's kind of like how a rotary works. If you don't keep a rotary at just the right angle, it starts to pull you around. So given that I've used a rotary a handful of times and I got a feel for it, I was able to control this easily. But if you never used a rotary or a forced rotation before, this may give you some trouble, so keep that in mind. So anyways, we're going to use our nice plush SPTA towel to wipe this off. And then we're going to panel wipe it, and we're going to see if those sanding marks have been removed. Okay, still got some polishing residue there. So let's take our panel prep spray. In this case, it's going to be Car Pro Eraser. Get that on there. It smells heavenly. I love the smell of eraser. Go ahead and wipe that all off. Buff it, get all the rest of the residue. And there we go, nice clean panel. Now, did that take the marks out? Let's see. No, it did not. It did improve them, but it did not take the marks out completely. So I'm going to go back over it with a more aggressive polish and a different pad. So let me get a pad without a foam interface and a more aggressive polish, then we'll be right back. Alright, so this time we've got a Lake Country purple foamed wool. Doesn't have the foam interface on it. Wool pads usually not on a DA, but on force rotation they're fine, from what I understand, and Car Pro Ultra Cut. So let me shake up Ultra Cut a little bit. Get some on the pad. Should be enough right there. Might even be too much. I guess we're about to find out, huh? And we're going to make another pass over this to get these sanding marks out. Alright, I think that should do it. That's how the pad looks afterwards. Not too bad, doesn't bunch up too bad like it would with a DA. And let's wipe her off. So far looking like it did a good job. All right, let's take a look. So definitely got some compounding haze from that pad. But the sanding marks, still some remnants there, but I still see them gone. So yeah, if you use a wool pad, this thing's gonna be pretty aggressive. With an aggressive polish, obviously. But those are just a few examples of this machine at work, guys. I mean, it works similar to, you know, any other machine polisher, rotary or otherwise, rotary, DA. Again, it's just the best of both worlds. So is it going to cut like a rotary or a long throw dual action? No. It's going to come close. And is it going to finish like a short throw dual action or a rotary again? They finish really good? No, but again, it's going to come really close. It's kind of everything at once. Again, best of both worlds, but it's not master at either. But this is really a really good polisher for like one-steps enhancements and such. Well, anyways, let's go in for our final thoughts. All right, so this SPTA forced rotation polisher. Is it a good value? I think so. Now, I didn't say the price at the beginning because I'm dumb. I apologize. This polisher costs about $260 before, and that's without any coupons or discounts or anything, through Amazon. I'll link that below. Occasionally, they like to put their things on sale. They mark them down. They add coupons, but right now it's full price. It is nice that it uses the same batteries as the dual action that I've got from them. So now I've got 4 batteries total, which is nice. Again, this is going to be your go-to for one-steps and enhancements or very curvy vehicles because it does not stall like a dual action does. And it is more controllable than a rotary if you're not experienced with a rotary. So this is like a good middle ground, which I've said tons of times now. And their kit comes with everything you need: pads, compound, machine, pad brush. So you'll have everything you need to do a 2-step polish on the car if that's important to you, having everything at once. So it is a very good value there. You do operate it at higher speeds than you would a rotary and then you would a dual action. Rotary is usually speed. You'll get a lot of different answers between 1 and 3, 1 and 4. It really depends on what you're doing. Dual action, they'll say speed 3 to 4. This, you crank it up 4 to 5. That's where you go. It's not a huge difference, but that's just on the dial. So this is going to run at a higher RPM for the motor. The oscillations per minute on this may be the same. I'm not sure. But yeah, SPTA it's a very good company for quality. Now, yeah, I know some of you are saying, oh, well, this stuff's made in China. I'd rather buy stuff made in America. China, at this point, pretty much manufactures all of our tools. And even if something says it was assembled in America, the parts still came from China. Like a lot of Ryobi stuff. A lot of Ryobi is now, their lawn tools anyways, are assembled in the U.S., but still comes from China. They're owned by Tektronic Industries, a Chinese company. Even Griot's garage polishers, they make them, they assemble them in America, but the parts are coming from China. I think Flex is all 100% Germany, Rupes is Italian. Even then, their parts might come from China. I don't know. I don't work for the company. I'm not making any assumptions, but it's possible. So you really can't avoid buying from China at this point in time. There's no manufacturing facilities for machinery here in the U.S. anymore. No, not of this type of machinery anyways. But anyways, guys, I'll have this and everything else linked below. I'll have some discount codes linked below for different websites. So using those links, using those codes supports the channel. Even if you don't buy what I link from Amazon, if you buy something else in that visit, it goes as supporting the channel directly and helps me keep making content for you all. But if you don't want to spend money to support the channel, that's fine. You can just simply like the video. You can subscribe to the channel. You can share this with your friends and family, anything like that. But that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and comment below with your thoughts. Have you used the force rotation before? How do you feel about force rotations? I'm finally glad to have force rotation in my lineup because I've got 2 rotaries. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A bunch of dual actions, and I've got the miniature one that does both. So having a force rotation definitely is nice. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep them clean. Have a good one.